Wish I could tie you up in my shoes, make you feel unpretty too. I was told I was beautiful, but what does that mean to you? Look into the mirror, who's inside there? The one with the long hair. Same old me again today. My outside's look cool, my inside's the blue. Every time I think I'm through, it's because of you. I try different ways, but it's all the same. At the end of the day, I have myself to blame. I'm just tripping. You can buy a hair that won't grow. You can fix your nose if you say so. You can buy all the makeup the man can make. But if you can't look inside you, find out who am I to be in the position to make me feel so damn unpretty. I make you feel unpretty too. Never insecure until I met you. Now I'm in stupid. I used to be so cute to me, just a little bit skinny. Why do I look to all these things to keep you happy? Maybe get rid of you and then I'll get back to me. My inside's the blue. Every time I think I'm through, it's because of you. I try different ways, but it's all the same. At the end of the day, I have myself to blame. Leave us to them. You can buy a hair that won't grow. You can fix your nose if you say so. You can buy all the makeup the man can make. But if you can't look inside you, find out who am I to be in the position to make me feel so damn unpretty. You can buy a hair that won't grow, and you can fix your nose if it says so. You can buy all the makeup the man can make. But if you can't look inside you, find out who am I.
You're listening to the Let's Connect show with Carolyn Racy, right here on My Turn Radio.
Feel unpretty too. Feel unpretty.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
I always don't want to put the mic to my mouth. I don't know why.
I'm like, really? Girl,
What's popping?
what's going on, my dear? It is another Monday.
It is. Hold on. I have to make sure that we're.
You have to make sure it's another Monday. You have to make sure it's Monday.
So I know that we're being heard on the radio.
I said, you asked me what's going on. I said, it's another Monday. You said, I have to make sure. I have to make sure. I was like, wait, you got to make sure it's Monday?
I know, right? I didn't hear that part. No.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Yes. Happy Monday, people. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday indeed.
Yes.
It's another Monday.
Yes, yes, yes. I look
Mondays are hard though, man.
Huh?
Mondays are hard.
Man, after the 2 days of laying up and I was just sleeping in late or just relaxing, it sure is. Once you get over Monday, everything else comes smoother, I think.
Yeah.
Get over that Monday blues.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That Monday blues is real. No joke. It's for real.
When I said just another manic Monday. Just another manic Monday. Make me wanna play that song. I love.
I don't even know it. I'm just singing with you, girl. I'm
You know
just
this? You
rocking
know
with you.
this song?
I think I do, but I can't think about it right now.
God, you don't know
I
tunes, girl.
can't think about it right now. No, I don't know it.
Just a little. I'm gonna play a little bit, make it ear. Just a manic Monday. I love that song by the Bangles. Yes, people, I'm getting into my pop.
6 o'clock already, I was just in the middle of a dream.
You don't know this song?
I do.
I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian
I
stream.
used to love this song.
Really?
But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid.
Ah, na, 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 na.
These are the days when you wish your bed was already made.
Anybody who can tell me sing this song get a Let's Connect shirt.
Manic Monday.
I wish it was Sunday.
That's not Monday. I don't have to run
My white girl come out.
just another manic Monday.
All right, people. I just had to.
Just another manic Monday.
If anybody who listening know that song and who sing that song, they get a Let's Connect T-shirt.
All
How
right.
about that?
All right.
Let's see how for people know music. Not just the regular music that come on radio and everything. Real music listeners. If you're a real music listener, you listen to all genres of music. Like me, I listen from rock to heavy metal to R&B to country music, you name it.
Yeah. I'm a music lover myself, so
I
I
love
can't
Guns
lie.
N' Roses.
Yeah.
What they have this song called November Rain. You need to listen to it.
Oh wow.
Yes. Hmm. Yes, my dear. So, how's the weather up north?
We are getting ready to be like hit by some really, 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 really cold temperatures
For
tonight.
real, I do not envy you.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
here. Nice weather, right? Nice, cool weather in
Girl.
Florida. Mhm.
I am so envious of that. Let me tell you, I'm so envious of that because here, I mean, I guess, Reese, we can't really complain because we really haven't had any massively cold weather so far this season yet. It was fairly, for us, for this part of the world, it was fairly warm. And when I say this part of the world, everybody, hey, this is Carol, and I'm here with Reese, and we're just chatting right now. I am in the New York, New Jersey region, and Reese is in the Florida area.
Florida.
So she is bragging and she's showing off about her nice, livable weather.
Yes. Yes.
But it's about to get cold up here. But what I was saying is I can't complain because up until now it's been fairly warm for New York weather. It's been warm.
Okay.
It's been warm. We got a whole bunch of snow a few days ago. Yeah.
you did?
Oh yeah, we got some snow. I mean, and see, this is how weird and wacky this thing has been. It's been warm for this side of the world. 50 degrees is warm in New York at this time. So all of a sudden we got snow a few days ago, and we got maybe like 3 to 5 inches or something of snow. So it was a significant amount, but in this region, again, it's like that's easy peasy stuff. You know, you go out, you clear the snow off the cars, and whatever, you're done, you're out.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't
but
tell the last time I saw snow. I cannot tell
oh,
the
oh, and here as I roll my eyes at you.
I know I have not seen snow in a minute.
Oh, have not seen snow.
In a
That
New
just
York
makes
minute.
me- that just makes me so annoyed. But yeah, again, let me stop. I can't complain. All right. Because normally we'd be like buried right now. And normally it would be so cold. Even here, New Year's was
Oh,
fairly warm.
okay.
New Year's is usually so cold that I'm wondering, like, why are people out there, like when they go in Manhattan to watch the ball drop and stuff like that. I'm like, how are they even alive standing
Mm.
out there? It's usually so cold. This year it was very warm.
Well, I wouldn't know if it was cold or warm outside because I was inside for New Year. Me and my grandmother and son,
Was
we what counted it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. When it reached 1, Happy New Year, and went to sleep.
exactly. That's what I was doing underneath my blankets, watching TV. Okay, cuddled up, nice and warm. And then, like maybe when they were gonna do the 10, 9, 8, blah blah blah, the countdown, I switched over to the television set just to see them do that.
That was it.
And then that was it.
Yep.
Oh. Listen, we're in a pandemic, man. No shame in my game.
Boy, I tell you, I don't. It seems as if it's never gonna end. It seems as if it's never gonna. It's like the norm now.
Yeah,
The
and just
norm.
excuse me. Last week we talked about this. Remember I mentioned something called
The flurona? No.
yeah, flurona. Yes,
You
flurona.
flu-
Yeah, I talked about that last week, the
you're
flurona,
the-
and sure enough, right after that, was everybody was talking about it because somebody mentioned it to me last week, and I looked it up, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! Another strain of this thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
and then right now too with the kids now in certain parts, the kids are not in school because there is such a
Oh,
spike. Yeah, there's such a
okay.
spike in this thing, and so many people are getting so sick. And then of course, everybody was just on a break. So families were together, this
Yes.
and that. So you come back, which is one of the reasons why the schools are like, okay, hold your horses.
Everybody been traveling and all of that. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Kids have been with grandma and grandpa and aunties and uncles and cousins and sisters and brothers or whatever. So you cannot have them all come back into the school. That would be a disaster.
Well, I know for Florida, Broward County, where I am, they had said that vendors and teachers and stuff would wear not and stuff would wear um masks, but the kids don't have to wear masks, which I don't see how that makes sense, but it's Florida.
Make any sense?
It's
How does
Florida.
that make any sense? The
Don't
teachers
make no
have to
sense
wear the mask, but the kids don't wear the mask. Like, oh, kids don't get coronavirus.
because
Kids
that's
don't
how
get COVID
no, because that's how smart we are in Florida.
because somehow the COVID just sees them and say, oh, that's a kid. I won't
Yeah,
enter
we will
that
go.
child. I will just go bypass that child. Really?
Yep.
I mean, up here in these parts of the world, um, now they have requirements and stuff for kids. They have to show their vaccine records and all of that before they can get into certain places. So it's
So
a far cry from Florida.
are you going to are you going to do the vaccine?
The COVID vaccine?
Not the vaccine, the booster.
Yes.
But they say you have to be 6 months, right?
6 months for what?
To get the 6 months from the vaccine to get the booster. Is that right?
No, I don't think it's 6 months from the vaccine.
That's what somebody told me just today, that if you have to be 6 months. I don't know. I have to look at that.
We
Check
have to
that.
double check that because people are listening right now. So let's give out the right information if
No,
we're
no,
going.
I didn't. I said I'm asking you. I didn't say it was. I'm saying.
Yeah.
You.
So everybody, if you're not certain, like what we're gonna do is get on the CDC website, okay, and check it out for yourself to check the time frame of how long. And you may be right. Yeah, it's 6 months after. I think it's 6 months after you get your vaccine
The
that
vaccine.
you get the
And you get
booster.
a. Okay.
Yeah.
So
As long as it's been 6 months, you can get your booster.
okay.
Yeah.
My
I'm recalling that because, they are, well, in this region, they're pushing for it, for everybody to get the booster shot. So I had gotten a call, and I am planning to get my booster shot. Yes, I am. So I gotten a call from the government.
oh, they call you?
Oh yeah, girl. They're not playing in this region because the numbers are so high. So they call and
Wow.
they're like, you can get the shot and it's free and da, 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 da. So what do you say? You gonna take it?
I didn't know that they call you.
Yeah, they help you to find locations to get it and all that. They're making it so easy for everybody to get this thing. They're like, there should be no excuse.
But what I know is there is a long line to get COVID. A lot of people are getting COVID tested, and there's like a long line,
Yeah.
for these. But they're
Yeah.
telling people if you don't have any symptoms, don't go get tested.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. If you don't have any symptoms of the COVID, do not go.
Symptoms, but they want you to test if you were around somebody, because a lot of people are asymptomatic. And
Right.
what that means is I might have been around you, you had COVID, but you didn't show any signs. So I have COVID, like it or not, but just because you're not showing any symptoms, you do have it and you can pass it on to somebody else. So they're saying if you were, and that you were around somebody who's been exposed, then you should get the test. And that's part of the backlog right now too. And families know everybody was hanging out together for the holidays and all of that. So now the kids are back in school. And so those are all the people who are getting tested. And in my area, again, they have what you call the PCR tests. So those are the ones that'll take you a couple days or so to come back. But the labs are overwhelmed because everybody is testing. But they don't have enough people to administer the tests, or to even enough people in the labs to do the tests. So that's the backlog. So what they're doing now in my area, they're offering the rapid tests.
Because I don't mean to cut you, but my friend, he was feeling symptoms and whatever. He wasn't feeling well. He went to get tested. By the time they came back with his results to say that he was positive, he was negative.
What'd you say?
By the time, that's to show you how backlogged it was. When he went to get tested, by the time they came back with his positive results, he already was negative. That's how
yes. I know somebody that was the same thing too. By the time the results came back, they were negative.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Michelle. So long.
Oh, Michelle is yes, girl. Long time no see. Where you been? Hi, Sharon. Thank you for joining. Let's Connect. If you're on here for the first time, you are in for a ride. Michelle, we missed you. Yes.
I think Michelle is gonna say, "Where have you guys been?"
I know, right? Happy New Year, Michelle. Happy New Year. She's one of our dedicated, loyal listeners.
Yes.
Always the first to class.
Yes, Michelle is always riding with us. Girl, we love you.
Yes.
We love you like some cooked food.
I love her like Starbucks coffee.
I was listening to something. Somebody posted something about Miss Lou. You remember Miss Lou?
Miss Lou, yes.
Yeah, that she was talking because she does the poetry and the amazing Jamaican poetries and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say my Jamaican side. Girl, we love you like some fried dumpling, some cooked food.
That's funny. Yes. Yes, Michelle, we crazy. It ain't stopped. It's gonna get worse. Yes.
That's right. We gotta stick with our heritage. That's right. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yes, honey. So All right. So I heard today that Bob Saget from Full House passed away today, 65 years old. They found him dead in his hotel room.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
telling you, like, it's like, and Sidney Poitier,
Sydney
94 years,
Poitier.
94 years
Um,
old, passed away too
yeah, yeah.
last week.
Legends.
Who? Yes.
Legend. Sydney
And
Poitier has carved a place for
when
a
you
lot
talk
of,
about
yes.
classy man,
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Just so many
um,
amazing works he has done.
he, um, to serve with love. I
Sir
love
with
that.
Love.
I love that. And he
Yeah.
did Patch of Blue.
And The Heat. What is that other?
He did so many. He did so
Yeah.
many. Yeah. But
Oh
he
my
was a
gosh.
very
He,
classy
he
guy.
he has been amazing, and he's carved out a place, like I said, for other blacks in the business, in the
Yes,
music industry,
sure did.
because when he started, there were practically no
He
opportunities.
I think
And
he was the first, if I'm not mistaken, that they said that he was the first African American to get an Oscar. No, I'm going.
yeah, a prestigious award. And then in, I think it was 2000, I forget the year. See, we're talking now. I didn't realize we were going to chat about this. So this is kind of off the top of our heads, from
Yeah,
what we remember. Barack Obama, President Barack Obama at the time, gave him the presidential honor,
he
you
was the
know,
first black and Bahamian because he's from Bahamas
Bahamas,
to
yes.
win the Academy Award for Best Actor. Yes, and he has six beautiful girls. He's a
Yes.
girl dad. I know one of his
Yes.
mom was an actor. Her name is Sydney too. Her,
Really.
yeah, yeah,
Sydney Poitier, Sydney Poitier.
yes. Six beautiful girls.
Yeah, I saw the photo of them.
Yeah, such a loss. But you know what? They live their life just like my granny. She 94, and she
Yeah,
do it.
don't even talk about your 94-year-old grandmother.
And
Oh my goodness. I wish everybody could see the video of her. Do you know that I sent your grandmother's video to a bunch of friends, and I told them, I said, you will not believe this lady is 94 years old, exercising, doing the bicycle exercise on her neck.
which
I'm like,
she
I
was on
can't even do that
she was on the float.
on the floor,
And it was
balancing herself on her neck. People, when I tell you, picture this, she's balancing herself on her neck, legs up in the air, doing the bicycle exercise.
hold on, I'm gonna show you.
It's like, it's amazing. And of course, we can, if everybody is looking at us on live, she's right over your shoulder, checking us out. There she is.
She is. Say hi, Granny.
Hi, Gran. We see you.
Say hi, Grandma. They're seeing you. Say hi, Granny. Grandma, say hi.
We see you, young and fabulous, and we are talking about you.
She is too much. Okay, that lady put me to shame.
Yeah, she put me to shame too, because
Oh
I
man,
couldn't believe she was doing all that she was doing
all of that.
at 94. No way.
Listen, I hope when I reach her age that I have that much energy that she have.
Hopefully, she's gonna whip your behind into shape.
Listen, she made me start the sit-ups.
Yes,
I can't have my grandmother do better than me.
exactly. How you gonna have your 94-year-old grandma doing better than you? Girl, she put you to shame.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna show them a picture of my granny. Show them a picture of my granny. Hold on.
I mean, I was shocked when I saw the video of her doing that pinwheel exercise, being upside down.
But before the COVID, let me just tell you, before the COVID, she used to go to aerobics 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Wow.
That was her thing.
Wow.
And the COVID, just mess up, according to her, just mess up her.
Yeah, I
And
know all about that because it's the same thing. I was going to the gym every single day.
yes.
Every single day I was eating right. I had my eating down pat where I don't do the sugars and the salts and the this and that. I have to say the COVID has messed me up because even though I still don't do a ton of sugar and all that stuff, the fact is every now and then I might sneak in a little something because I haven't really been going to people.
Okay, so sorry. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Y'all better be ready.
What are we looking at?
We looking at the
Set it up, girl. Set it up.
we looking at the aerobics. We call it the pinwheel.
Yes, aerobics that your grandmother was doing upside down.
All right, y'all ready?
This is 94-year-old grandma.
All right.
Is my 94-year-old grandmother okay? No, tell me. She put me to shame. Go ahead, Granny. Go ahead, Granny.
Her balancing on her neck like that.
People.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Every time I see that, I'm like in shock.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. And
So if anybody out there is not motivated by that,
it's
y'all, something must be wrong.
thing. When I tell you,
that is the pinnacle of motivation for all of you folks who are younger than 94 years old. Okay?
Let me tell you. Man.
Michelle said, no, sir, something wrong with me. Why, Michelle? Why? You can't do those exercises that grandma was doing?
Man.
That is motivation right there. Seeing your grandmother do that at 94, it just makes me want to go run around the block or do something.
Did I not tell you that I started doing push-ups, doing sit-ups? You're not hearing me?
Oh, good. She has motivated you to get your butt moving.
What?
Do your sit-ups and whatever else you need to do. So how is the eating going? Does she motivate you to eat properly?
Yeah, because she's vegetables and that kind of.
I know. Look at her. Yeah. She's gorgeous and slim and trim.
Yes, honey.
Doing her thing.
I love talk some fat. I say you're just jealous. You're jealous because you want some meat. All right, so
I don't know about the complete all veggie.
Let me show you my model grandma when we went to Walmart the other day, and she said, oh, I need a pair of glasses to go with my outfit, and whatever. Oh. All right, so this is my 94-year-old in her specs.
Oh,
you see the pose, please?
Well, my darling, isn't she fabulous? Oh, I want to see the one with her in the jumpsuit.
Oh,
I want to see the one with her in the jumpsuit.
Okay, let me see.
That's my favorite.
This is my favorite.
That's my favorite picture of her. This lady is 94 years old and fabulous.
Michelle said one of our foot can't even go up. Yes.
I was gonna say something, Michelle, but this is a family radio show.
The family radio show.
Yes.
It go when it's supposed to go up. Don't worry about that. It go up when it's supposed to. Oh my God.
Michelle said 94 where?
It might tell you.
That lady's not no 94 years old. I think
here now. This is COVID, because she love her jazz. She said this COVID just mess up me going to my jazz, listen to the jazz she go every first Sunday. And that was her little thing because she loved to dance,
So she goes to dance jazz?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man.
Looky.
We were dancing.
Guess what? You need to be going with her. So now, wherever she goes, you need to go with her, honey.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
God,
this lady is just shaming me out here.
Learn the secrets, okay? Learn the secrets.
Yes, honey.
to what is keeping her so fabulous.
She is teaching me.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I had goosebumps and just my eyes popped out of my head when I saw the video of her on the floor exercising. I was like, at my age, I can't do that. If I go down on my neck, I'm afraid something will pop. I'm like, no. What?
Mhm.
Anyways,
That is how she keep young. And
my hat goes
I'm
off
gonna
to
show
her.
one more video. This is what we did Friday night. I need a life, right? So this is I need a life.
But
Okay.
you do have a life. Your grandma is giving you a life right now, girl.
I'm telling you.
Let
All
her
right. This is
start your life. Let her jumpstart your life.
I tell you. All right, hold on. All right, so this is she dancing. Love to dance. Love to dance. All right. And listen to what she dancing to, you know. Go Granny, go Granny, go Granny, go Granny, not your away. Don't stop, get it.
Oh, I absolutely love her. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love her. 94, like you said, 94 where? Where?
Man, I was cracking up. Anything I tell this lady to do, she does it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But see, that's how she stays young.
Yes.
You know, she keeps her spirit young and fresh and happy. Oh my goodness. If more of us would do that.
Let me tell you, man. Yes. So
because stress is a killer, you know.
It sure is.
And that lady is having fun. She's doing her thing. She's like, what? I hear music I like, I'm gonna dance. What was that she was dancing to? It was hard to hear. That's a hip hop. That
Don't get it. Ice Cube. You know, I love my little gangster. The only thing she needed to do was to throw up the gangster sign.
Oh my goodness.
You can't imagine if she didn't throw up the gangster sign.
Oh no, I would just die.
That would be it. Like, okay, that's it.
You'd be like, who are you and what have you done with my grandmother?
Where is my grandmother? What have you
done with my grandma? Girl, no, but I do love her. She is fabulous, wonderful, and you should use her as motivation to get your butt going, sitting here talking about all them chicken wings that you love to eat and all this stuff. You remember that?
I tell you, yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, so when I saw her do that, I start to do some sit-ups right away. Come can't granny over there. She put me to shame.
Yeah, she puts all of us to shame.
That was, you know how you have that aha moment when people say that grandma, that thing that she was doing, that thing that you're doing there, but flexing and all that. Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I hope that everybody got, you know, was kind of.
I can't believe it.
Every time I think about it, I'm like dying. I'm dying. Mm-hmm.
Michelle is so funny.
Yeah. Yep. So that was my little 94-year-old contribution to the conversation. Yes. From Cindy Potier dying 94 to this lady here on her head top.
Yeah. It's really sad too. Of course, last week there was Betty White, and we talked about her.
We talked about Betty White. Yes.
Talked about Betty White. And there was more. I think someone else died today as well. I heard it right before I got on.
Bob Saget, the one we talked about.
Not just Bob Saget. Yeah. Bob Saget is another legend from Full House. And yeah, we know about him. but someone else today too, that I just heard. Um, I'm not gonna call any names because I was rushing. So I
It will
can't
come.
call.
It will come back.
Yeah, it's just and right now it just seems like, of course, I don't know if COVID has anything to do with some of these deaths, but it's just really sad, and we're all going through it right now. And hearing of these, I don't want, well, I can't say I don't want, but we're human beings, so it does make us a little bit sad, sadder than we already are with the COVID.
Sometimes I feel like I don't know if these numbers are true or not, that this COVID thing, but let's, it is, if we sit down here, we'll be talking about COVID all night, so.
I mean, the numbers are definitely off, because let me tell you, I think the numbers are even higher than reported. Yeah, because there are a whole lot of people who, one, are not testing. They're not testing. And two, even if they test, they're not necessarily reporting it. Okay, to tell people that, oh yeah, I do have it. So yeah, the numbers are off. They can only do so much, but it's a very big problem.
Yeah. Oh, I heard, and then in the news today, it's so sad. 9 people lost their lives in Bronx in a fire.
Yes.
It's like everywhere you turn, there is, like, we need some good news.
Yeah.
We need some uplifting good news.
The news should not be called just the news. It should just be called bad news. There's never any good news.
I'm gonna make some good news, man.
Good news. Well, listen, one of the reasons for that fire in particular, and this is an important thing, all right, so I'm stressing it just a little bit, is it was a space heater. And I know I'm one of the people who have, I'm not going to use that terminology, I'm going to say who have a space heater. So many people have and use space heaters. So if you're in a particular room of your house that's a little bit cold, you have a space heater in that room. But a lot of times people forget that you can't put clothing on top of it and then you go to bed and you sleep all night. That's a fire hazard.
So you guys don't have central heating?
Sometimes you may have a room that needs a little bit more heat.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Some rooms heat up great, some rooms don't.
Oh, so you need that extra. I got you.
Yeah, like at my mom's house and stuff too. Not every room gets that nice good heat.
Yeah.
So then she'll have a heater in that room. So that's what it is. And I'm guilty of this as well. So if anybody out there who are listening to the sound of our voices, me and Reese right now, please check your space heaters if you have, because I'm also guilty of, sometimes we plug in too many things at one time in that same socket. Okay, so you got the space heater plugged in, then you got 6 other wires, and that's what causes the fire. We use too many things and we overload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
and that's what
I'm doing that, but we don't have. Well, I don't have a space heater down there. We don't need no space heaters down here, but you make a good point. So,
and that could happen with other things too. Sometimes you have an electric kettle, you may have a toaster, you may have this, you may have that, and you have too many things plugged into the same. And I'm guilty of that too, because we're living in the technology age and appliance age where we have so many different things. It's like, who bothers to put a teapot on the stove anymore? You have an electric kettle. I turn it on, I walk away, and I'm gone. When it's done, it's done. And then sometimes that's going, and this is going, and that's going. Everything is plugged in at the same time. Right. So we have to be careful of those electrical fires, and they're the worst. Yeah. So that's my public service announcement right there, everybody.
Yes, Dave from Let's Connect. Thank you very much. Okay,
we do care.
All right. So with that being said, we are going to move right along to
It's now time for our topic of the day.
Well,
Tell us something,
well,
Okay.
well,
You see, because I don't want to get fired this year, and I need my
well. Look who is on their game.
okay.
That's right.
Tired of hearing the
Do that thing, girl. Look who's
the
on
thing.
her
I'm
game.
doing that thing.
Yes, 2022.
Okay.
In effect.
I don't want ear Karen Mountain in my ears this year.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna make sure that I do the right thing. I don't want to get fired around here.
But well, I guess my big mouth worked. See, it worked. You doing the thing, girl.
Reese, play this, Reese. So I'm learning.
Oh.
I'm learning.
That's right, girl.
So that
We have to, how would you say, impact and help each other to be better.
And tough, but I get it eventually. I said it for you, girl. I said it. Yes. So the topic of the day is
drum roll.
The life of single dads.
The life of single dads. Oh,
I love that topic because you know why? Because we women, we always think it's always about us. You know, I know we go through our thing and we get hurt with a bit of this, but men go through the same thing. They're just not enough like we. They don't. My grandmother would say they're not plenty like we. My grandmother said me plenty.
You're plenty.
I'm plenty.
See, back in Jamaica, they would say you're too enough up.
Too much. But you know, I really want us to focus on guys this year. Not everything, but you know, include them in some of our, and I think this was a good topic. Single dads, because there are a lot of them out there.
Oh yeah.
They just don't be yapping like us and complaining like us.
Some of them do, but yeah, you know. But I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of single dads out there, and guess what? They're experiencing, believe it or not, the same issues that single moms are facing.
Yeah, but I thought it would be nice to hear to see from a guy's aspect, you know, how they deal with it, how they feel. Is it the same feeling how we feel? You know, all of that good stuff. You know, like, are women turned on by single dads?
That's a good question.
You know,
I would love for our audience to chime in. If you guys are listening to the sound of our voices right now, okay, we're going to throw out some questions like these, and we want to hear your thoughts. So please jump on our Facebook Live.
Women, are you turned on, or are you attracted to single dads? Like, does that do something for you? Like how tattoos do something for me? Does single dads does being a single dad do something to a woman? You know, I think that's interesting.
How about a single dad who has tattoos? Does that do it for you?
Hello.
Look at that. The sprinklers are going off now. Cool her down.
Single dad with a tattoo, it's done. It's done. When you want me to help you babysit, I got you. I babysit while you go out. Sure.
That's funny. And that's another thing I want to talk about too. So when is it appropriate to introduce you to the kids?
To the kids, yes. True that. True.
Sitting here talking about I'll babysit for you does not mean that you can, honey.
Anytime I babysit you so you can go out.
You know, and those kids, depending on their ages, how do you know they want to be bothered with you?
How they know they're gonna like you?
Exactly.
And that's a big deal too.
Yes. So we want to chat about all of that. I would love to hear it from a male perspective, an actual single dad who's going through this. and what he's experiencing or how he feels about the subject, because it can't be easy.
Uh-uh. So I have my we do have a guest coming on. He's a single dad, and we're just waiting for him to come on so he can give us firsthand, um, how that is. And yeah, but for the most part, I think that the
So
single,
would you date a single dad, Reese?
I would date a single guy, single dad. But
Okay, so
wait, let me see. Let me rephrase that. It depends on the age of the kids.
okay.
If they're teenagers, yes, I'll date the single.
Those are your requirements.
They have to be
If they're teens.
yes.
So
But when
are you talking about like 13, 14, or is it like 16, 17, 18?
no, they can be like 15, 14, 15 up. When I get to the baby stage, like you're in the 6, 7, it's difficult.
So what makes you think the teens are not difficult?
Because they can tend to themselves. Because basically, well, then you can, they're more, the older they get, the more problem there are. True.
I'm waiting for you to get to that point. See, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be patient because I'm always jumping on her. So I'm gonna wait.
That's true. Because more, they could be at the point where they disrespect or like, daddy, I don't like this person, and they do everything they can to sabotage the relationship.
Exactly. They're older, so
Yeah.
now they know a lot more, and they're just sometimes a lot more obstinate, or they're set in their ways and they are resentful because they're older.
Especially if it's a girl. Especially if they're a daddy's girl. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that could be very, very challenging at any age, but sometimes the younger they are, they're a little bit, they might be a little bit more, yes, pliable. So you can mold them a little bit and work with them and stuff like that, and maybe they'll come around to you. You said bribe them.
Oh, you said you wanted the new Barbie?
You want the new Nintendo game?
All right. PlayStation. Okay.
That new PlayStation.
Oh, you want them Jordans that cost $600? You are an investment. I got you.
Oh my goodness, that's your investment, you said.
Yeah, because they be like, okay, I like Miss Reese. I like Miss Reese too.
I like her. She's investing in me.
We gonna keep it real. That's what these they do out there. Bribe them with the gifts.
Their favorite toys, favorite foods, and whatnot.
Daddy can't get them that toy, but hey, I got you. Daddy work hard. I got daddy.
Yeah, dad says you can't eat this or you can't eat that, and you show up with it when dad is not looking. You're like, see, I'm the good one. Right? You like
candy?
Me, right?
You wanted cotton candy before daddy got home to put it in the bed?
You want chocolate for breakfast, right? You can have chocolate cake for breakfast, of course.
Oh, I have someone who just texted me, my girlfriend. She says, I'm experiencing that, dating someone with daughters who are nosy and critical. I'm okay with the boys, but not ready to meet the girl. I'm telling them girls, man, them girls don't joke. Why we
girls
like that?
And their dads.
Why is we like that? Why?
The girls and their fathers is really tough sometimes,
especially if they are a girl dad, like spoiled.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So the boys. I have 3 boys. Easy. I'm telling you, nice. But the girls,
yeah,
girls. So yes.
It's the daddy complex. A lot of girls feel about their dads. They don't want to share their dad with anybody else. And women, sometimes females, can be very competitive. And it's so funny because even if you have a daughter who's your own child and your husband sometimes, your daughter
Don't like you
gravitates more, they don't like you. They're more on dad's side,
all the
and
time.
yeah.
Something you have to look at
So
them and like, child, do you like me? Like I'm your mother. No. Mm-mm.
I know I can raise my hand on that issue because sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, am I the one who suffered
We the one that go
to
through
give
the
birth to this
labor.
child? And
Yeah.
she acting like, wait, I'm the last person on earth she wants to see. Sometimes she wants to deal with, but hey, dad is when you hear the word dad with her, it's like harps start to play, like, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this guy better than mom?
I,
What?
in their eyes. So
Yeah,
we have our single dad on, but he's not showing face today. He's shy, I guess, but we'll definitely hear from him. Hey, Turan, you can hear us? Are you there? I guess when he comes back on, but he's hello. Can you hear us? I don't know if you can hear us. If you can hear us, we're not hearing you. Yes. So this is my friend. Know him long time. Yes. So he's a perfect. Are you
Good
there? Steve?
afternoon. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
I can hear you. You can hear him, Carol.
Okay.
Carol, you can hear him.
I can hear, but we're getting an echo turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, I had two computers open trying to log in.
Okay.
Sorry. I
Yes.
apologize. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us on Let's Connect.
Yes. Welcome.
The show's been interesting so far. I've been listening to you guys about the grandma and yeah, and single couples, and I really single fathers. I wanted to make a couple comments even in regards to the dating, and I was trying to get a good lighting here to maybe.
Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I totally forget that. 1 minute. Hey.
So I'm not sure. Reese is going over there to bring us something spectacular right now, apparently. So I don't know what she's doing, but she's telling us to hold on. I don't know what we're holding on for. But so Miss Reese, what are we holding on for? Oh, maybe her power source is out. There you are, Taran. You got your camera on now.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Try this public speaking thing here. That's something I'm.
Oh, we're just chatting. We're just chatting. You're just chatting with friends. Don't worry.
I don't know why he acted like he's shy. All right. So we're back.
Yes, Taran. So first I want to thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us, because let me tell you, as you can hear, Reese and we are very opinionated women. And we don't hesitate to just give our viewpoints, but hey, we're women. So I'm so glad that you're here to give us the male perspective on this topic. And everybody, we're chatting with Taran right now. So ask your questions, hop on the live with us. Let us know what you guys are thinking of. If you have any questions that we don't think of that we can ask Taran, just let us know, okay? You know how we do. Okay. So Turan, I am so curious as a single dad, right? First off, how many kids do you have?
I have two boys, currently 20 and 14.
20 and 14?
See, my
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
wow.
for you. I wouldn't have guessed that. I thought you were gonna
The
say
last time I saw them, they were like babies.
I started early.
20.
started early. Well, that's not a bad thing either. Because now you can relax yourself and your time is kind of more your own.
It's
Oh,
for the last 5 years. It's definitely gotten easier.
really? Why? Why is
Yes.
that?
Well, if you, let me just give you a little background on myself. I'm Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica. I've been here about 20 years. We were raised as Baptist church, raised a certain way, raised a young man a certain way. So it's gotten easier after I've beaten into them a couple of times. It's definitely easier now when they know what they have to do. My son's doing great. I have one, the oldest one, Kimani, he's 20, and he's in Embry-Riddle University doing aeronautical engineering.
Wow.
He's been a great kid. I also, the 14-year-old, he's just like me, which has been my challenge. But he's definitely doing much better in school and, just really trying right now and not having me have to follow behind him and say, okay, is homework done or are you doing what you have to do? It's definitely been much easier. He just started high school in 9th grade, so he's really trying the ROTC thing. So it's definitely been much easier now that they're a little bit older,
Okay.
When did you have them full time? At what age?
So he should remember this, but my youngest was 1.5. His name
Wow.
is Masai, and my oldest was just turned 7. And background there as well. We were young. I was want to say pregnant at 18 and I had a baby at 19. So at the time when she, the other half had the baby, we were young. After she had the baby, she felt like she really didn't have a connection to them. Even when they were born, they said that was some post-traumatic.
Postpartum?
Yes. It was kind of hard for me to believe at that age. I didn't really understand either. I was young. You read about these things in the books and they say you have to actually physically be there to really understand what that means at times.
Right.
But me personally, physically being there and actually seeing this, the other half not wanting to breastfeed or not wanting to hold the baby, and then not understanding after not wanting to hold a child why the child don't want to reciprocate that same behavior. So, and it went on for years. I mean, 7 years old, and my oldest was 7, and I had them since. It was very hard at first.
So, Turan, how did that make you feel at the time, right? While you were going through that, when she didn't want to hold the babies or breastfeed or have that connection with the little ones. How did you feel as a dad?
At that time, I just felt like I just had to step up my game a little bit more. I had to make sure I went to breastfeeding classes, believe it or not. I went to counseling. I took them to counseling.
Yeah.
I tried everything, just to understand. I tried everything that the insurance could pay for as well. But
That's
it was, I just stepped up my game. I didn't really, I try to help her as much as I could and just be that missing link more
that's
than
amazing.
actually stress about why she's not doing that part, So I just had to step up my game, and that's pretty much what I did through this whole thing. I
At
had,
the
I had no
time,
choice.
at the time, did you feel any kind of resentment?
No, because no, because as long as the kids were happy and they didn't notice, then nobody really, noticed anything,
You know
So
what
no.
you know what I like? The fact that he could have thrown her under the bus, left like you gotta figure this out. They have to stay with grandma or stay with auntie, whatever. I love the fact that he took them, even though he was young and didn't know what he was doing, but he took
19.
them. And
Yeah.
that
I had no choice.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's the reason I was asking you all these
yeah.
questions because, we're going to chat a little bit more, but I just kind of wanted our listeners to hear how you felt at the time so they can have an appreciation for what you went through because this stuff is not easy. And my hat goes off to you. But when I tell you, when you said just now, okay, and I want everybody to hear this, he went to counseling, people.
Yep.
They went to counseling. So many men may not necessarily want to do that or something because they feel like, hey, I can handle this. I got this, but you did the right thing because there is no way that you could just jump in and tell yourself that it's going to be fine. I got this.
2 kids. God knew what he was doing because he gave me 2 boys. 2 girls. I don't know what I would have done.
You'd be in jail already. You'd be in jail.
I'm very overprotective of my boys already.
Yes.
2 girls, like I said, God knew what he was doing, but yes, it wasn't easy.
And girls are emotional. Let me tell you, girls are way more emotional.
I have daughters.
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy that you said that. So, because I know right now we have listeners who are going through the same exact thing. And it's so important for anybody who's experiencing this right now. There is no shame in this. Okay. Go and seek the counseling that you need and the help you need. Because if, like you, Turan, you were young when you had the
Party
baby.
time. That's like you should be out there partying with your friends and doing that, and that was just cut right there.
I had to disappear. I had to feed kids. I had to come home, pick up daycare, homework, cook, clean. There was no time. I started. I'm having my fun now.
Wow.
Better late than never.
How did your friends feel? Because right now, to even for regular folks who have children, if you're friends with somebody who doesn't have kids, there's a change in the friendship that creates that kind of stress because you can't hang out with them like you used to, and you can't just turn on a dime and be like, oh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to dinner with you, blah blah blah. It's always first, what are the kids doing? Who's gonna take care of the kids? Who's gonna do this? What am I gonna do with the kids? So, and sometimes the friends don't understand that, and it creates that strain on the friendship. So how did you just said that all of a sudden now you're coming home, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're this, you're that, you're that. How did that affect friendships that you had as a male?
At times, they were none. At other times, it was more of a conversation through email, text. It was really hanging out. If they're hanging out, then I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of friends. Have most of my friends that really stayed around is the ones that had babies after, maybe like 2-3 years after I had, because I started young. I still have some of those friends here today. But a lot of them who didn't have kids probably see them around like we see them at Walmart nowadays. Hey, how you doing? I don't see, you know.
Right.
But you really couldn't because most people don't realize, like single moms, like my mom was a single mom. I didn't have a father as well. And after doing it and having my mom also there by my side, can't say I sit here and did this all by myself because my mom definitely backed me after she realized, you know, what was going on. And without
That's the
her, I
next
wouldn't be here.
question. That's the next
You know,
question I was gonna ask you because it's
as far
really
as a
tough.
female figure.
Yeah, a female figure and how and who was that and what role they played. Because I have a friend who was kind of in a similar situation. He has a daughter, and for a while he was taking care of her by himself and trying to work and this and that and trying to, and he didn't have like that grandma figure or something to help out, so he was dropping the baby off at daycares and this and that, and it got so overwhelming for him. So you know, tell us a little bit more about that for you. I'm glad you had somebody.
Yeah. I'm glad I had someone too. However, a topic, you know, just real quick off the topic, a lot of people don't believe that there's single fathers out there. Even if you say you're a single father, they think you're a weekend daddy. I heard that before.
Yeah.
And I have to, so even my mom, because we weren't living together, I was a pretty independent child. So when I was young, I was already had my place, separated from mom. So most people really didn't know what was going on or believed what was going on until they actually see what was going on. So after people noticed what was going on, my mom, she, you know, jumped right in, being there for me. I had to, you know, she had to work as well. So the kids are in daycare. And they've always been in daycare since my first one was 6 months old. All of them, you know. So my mom definitely was a mother figure there for them. I can say yes, I'm a little bit softy when I need to be, but I'm still a dad, and they're boys, and I'm Jamaican. So, you know, I am soft when I need to be, kill them with love, but sometimes they need to go. We have this little communication thing sometimes. Sometimes I don't want, you know, we have a great communication, but sometimes they want to go tell stuff to grandma, right? And grandma will secretly come and tell me, you know, what they said. So I made sure at those times I kept that communication with my mom, so she knows, you know, they come to you with their little secrets. You relay the message, and we work with that communication when it was a sensitive topic for the kids to talk about, or something that girly thing, or, you know, go into their little relationships when they're starting, and they want to ask about the girls, and mom will come relay that information to me, you know. So mom was definitely a big mother figure, and just to help them, show them what you know, a mother was or is supposed to be in their life.
So do you think it's important to have a mother figure around? Or
Yes. Well, I've been thinking about this topic since you guys invited me onto the show, and there's been so much in my life that I wanted to say. It depends, because if the mother, if that mother is not, I thought about this as well. The best way I could say is, if, for example, if the parent was on drugs, okay, they're on drugs or abusive or something, it's best for them to stay away if I didn't have a mom here, even if I didn't have a mom here for that mother figure, is it still better for that parent to come in that child's life with that drug issue, or that matter of abuse or whatever the case may be? I would say no. To tell you the truth, I would say no. I've always wanted
You have to protect
yes,
your kids, just
yes,
like how us mothers protect. I would feel it. I think it would be the same thing with
yeah.
a man, with a dad.
And just one little story on that, for example, when they were younger, I was learning as well, and maybe like 4 years after this person disappeared and then came back, I was really happy. My kids were like, oh, they see their mom, and little one really didn't know this one. The big one knew, but they were excited. Now they will make your mom will make promises as if, hey, I'm going to come pick you up on Saturday, right? And me just learning, and I was just excited for my break, okay? Because 2 kids and somebody said they come pick them up for you.
Yes.
So you can get a break. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
However, I used to get the kids ready, put them on the couch, get the little baggies packed up, pack extra clothes and stuff, pack them up and wait for this person to show up. And they'll sit there and wait.
Mm.
And they'll sit there and wait. And even when they have their video games and stuff, they'll sit there and wait.
Wow.
That killed me. It happened several times until I said, okay, no more of that. If you're coming, you're coming. I ain't gonna tell them nothing. And when you show up outside, then I'll get them ready. So I had to change certain things, So certain, sometimes I say, are you better when they're there? A mother figure is definitely a great thing. A person who is not, like I said, we have baby daddies and you have fathers. I don't know, what do you say? This one's a baby dad, is actually a dad or a father. There are actually females out there just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a mother. Okay, there's somebody that it's a family show. I won't say that. Egg donor. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
we say sperm donor.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to see some of the comments. I saw some people commenting on my other phone on the laptop, but I can't see them now. I don't know if anybody actually commented.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Okay. But yeah, it
But
wasn't
let me
easy.
ask you, do they have a relationship today?
Yes, they do, thanks to cell phones and Zoom and internet. They do.
Michelle says she has a sperm donor.
Michelle, you have a sperm donor.
Michelle, I know they're there.
And there are a lot of egg donors out there, but as I was telling Carol earlier, we women, we yap and we be like, oh, this, that. But men, there are a lot of single dads out there, but y'all just hold it down. We are
you know
very
what?
emotional and dramatic.
I wanted to comment. I was trying to comment on that when you said that, and it's 99.9% of the times, women don't believe us.
Ah.
That's why y'all don't talk?
They don't. It's so hard for me to say, okay, this person is not on drugs. This person lives 5 to 10 minutes away from their kids.
Wow.
And you only see your kid 3 times for the year.
Wow.
Maybe Christmas. Well, they're blaming Corona now, but Christmas birthday, and it wasn't even on a birthday. I get Amazon gifts to my door, so
But let me tell you
they
something.
don't believe
When,
us.
no, when a woman sees a man have custody of kids, you know something have to be off because normally women have custody of the kids. You understand?
No, not necessarily. It was more likely to protect my kids and myself. That custody thing was to, all my friends were saying, and then my mom was saying, hey, you should go ahead and do that because, just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, I had the kids for 7 years. 99.9% of the court systems, if a mom go in the system and say they want child support, they will get it.
But
Believe it or not.
Right.
They will get it. So I went to go protect myself and do that.
So
because
you got
that did happen to me. That did happen to me.
Mm.
I didn't listen to everybody when they say, hey, go do the custody and go do the paperwork, because I just didn't want to deal with having to do anything with that person.
Yeah.
Because once you're getting child support, you still have to deal with that person. So me personally, I was like, I'll take care of everything. Do you?
She lucky, man, because some hey, some people would not do that. So she should thank God you her baby daddy.
So are you saying that while you were the one taking care of the babies,
yes,
right, and doing everything, that person actually tried to get child support?
Actually did for 8 months.
Wait, that's what you were saying. She got
you were hearing, girl. You gotta turn up your headphones.
I need some wine. That's what
I've been with. Trust me, I only my close friends even talk about this, because nobody believes me. Nobody believes me. Okay, wow. I walked into the like 7 years later. I guess she was doing something for school or something, right? So I got a notice in the mail saying, "Hey, child support." I'm like,
child support when you're not taking
now,
care.
Let me remind you, I got my kids 24/7. They live with me. Okay, all right. They go to school.
Exactly.
I wasn't this.
And the
I was
courts
young,
awarded that.
Ma'am, I brought the school paperwork, and I brought the stuff that I had. I didn't keep receipts. I wasn't educated on this whole court system, kids at that time. Now I could be a paralegal. I'm a master at these arts because I had to be. But I brought all the paperwork in. I said, I had no worries in the world. I dressed up in my tie and I went in there and they asked me a couple of questions and I showed them that, the kids live with me. And then they were like, okay, you have anything else to say? And I was like, no, here's paperwork. Went back home, and 21 days later, I got a little thing that I had to turn into my job to say, hey, I'll pay. It was so embarrassing because I worked for a company for about 15 years, so I know all the people, and then some of them even know my situation, and even the HR people to bring this paperwork and say, oh, Ryan, you're paying child support? And they had to take that. So long story short, to make it, God worked in mysterious ways, it took me 8 months. And at that time, when that person was collecting child support, it was like went through Christmas. So she took all, most of the kids' Christmas stuff.
Wow.
And really didn't buy them anything at that point. But I had to get a really good lawyer. His name was Chris, young guy, aggressive. And we went to court. And it took about 8 months for them to actually stop the child support. And when the judge I got a good, decent judge to actually hear the case, he realized what everything was going on, and then he threw the book at her.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So for everyone who's listening right now, okay? Because I am sure there if there's even one person out there experiencing this right now. All right. Listen to what
More
Turhan is
than
saying. Okay. I know there are more than one because we have listeners from all over the world, and I know that there are other people who are experiencing this right now. But listen to what he just said. So you've got to get yourself in order, get your business in order, because even though Turan he had the kids, he
Mhm.
had the kids, okay, and this person, the baby mama, is somewhere else, not taking care of the children, not visiting the kids, not doing anything, but yet getting child support
child support.
from him
I
so
was,
he could just go chill
And not even spending it back on the kids.
and not spend
no.
exactly because she doesn't have the kids.
You know,
She
that's
doesn't
free
have the
money right
kids.
there.
So that's free money
Yeah.
that she was getting this entire time. But
And
if
it
you
and it's
don't pay attention, like Turhan said, he just didn't want to be bothered with all, maybe he felt you felt it was unpleasant and all of that
Yeah.
time. You didn't want to deal with that, but then you got burnt again.
Yes. I learned. I keep them receipts. Okay, unfortunately, if you buy, you can actually print out everything on your line on your, on your phone now to keep track of those receipts. My kids are 20, so 10 years ago, the technology on the apps and on your banking and everything wasn't there. I literally had to go in the bank and get paperwork printed out. They charge you $7 a print to get this information. So the one thing I would definitely recommend for single mom, single dad, keep them receipts. You buy the sneakers, you buy the book bag, you buy the computer, you
it's a shame.
grocery spending a month. I still have to, and write stuff down. That helped me a lot.
Mhm.
I learned that from the judge. Like the first 4 months of going in there, he gave me a book. He said, please, write in there every day what's going on with the kids, what you do, a little agenda, date and sign it. And they take that when you go to court.
Oh, so yeah, so I'm gonna highlight that point to everybody. I tend to do this during our show turn because I want people to not miss the important points. And you just
Yeah.
made some important points right there. So for the folks who are listening, one of the things he just said, I'm just gonna reiterate, if you were busy, you're cooking right now, while you're listening and you didn't catch that, get a notebook and a pen, and every day write down everything in that notebook, what you bought for the kids, what you're doing for the kids. I don't know, Turan, maybe it's not necessarily something that you bought, but if you're the one taking the kids to, an activity, or you have to take them to basketball practice, you have to take them here, or you have to, that is demonstrating that you're the responsible parent for these children. So you're writing down, you're documenting, right? Everything that you're doing for the kids. And it sounds like a lot.
Mhm.
Yes, it was a lot. I was doing it every day at first, and maybe like 3 times a week, just to, what I remember to jot down and date, and it's really just to protect my kids and myself.
It's a shame that you have to do that.
It's a shame that you have to do that, but like he said, this is real life right now, people. We're not making this up, okay? Turan lived and is still living this life, but he's figured out the process now, and now he's good. But this is what happens. So for everybody else who maybe this is just happening to you right now, what he's giving you is some life lessons and skills that he's telling you right now. Write everything down. It may seem like a lot, but think of it like he just said, with the mindset of, this is how you protect your kids.
Mm-hmm.
This is for their protection.
Mhm.
Oh, that's important. And I really love the fact that you mentioned that. And Michelle actually said the system is messed up because it was designed for women, children, and animals. you know,
And must
And
get
then, and then, man.
and then men at the bottom. But she
True.
also wanted to remind everybody that men can also get child support, you know, so if there are any other men out there, what Michelle was reminding us is men can get child support too. So
Yes.
pack your pride away and do what you got to do for the love of those children.
no, Turan,
Right. Yes,
um
ma'am.
when you had them when they were younger, like how did it affect work? Like, cause daycare, as soon as them they sneeze, they're calling you to come pick them up, and so did that affect your work?
Yes. Um, uh, a lot. But like I said, I'm Jamaican. You have to have 5 jobs now. And um,
Yep.
not one, not two. Okay,
That's
one,
fine.
two,
Yeah.
but you have to have 5 jobs. And like I said, God works in mysterious ways. I'm a hard worker, and people see good in people and energy. And I didn't have to have 5 different jobs last year. I probably had 2 different jobs in the last 20 years. So, um, and all my jobs were actually close to home and daycare. Um, Within 5 minutes, where I had to go home or pick up the kids and run for lunch. My lunch, my boss knew I had to, go a half day, get them from, make sure I arranged a ride, either the bus or I had to deal with the daycare that had a bus to make sure that they get transferred from the school to the,
Yeah.
if I have to work late. But my jobs are really helpful, and it's only through God that kept me in that position to be able to manage all that. Because yes, it would have been definitely more hectic for me to
If you're in a
bounce from
traditional
traditional
work,
9 to 5 job over trying to leave,
they don't want
but
they ain't playing that. They don't care. Sort that out.
no, most of my vacation days went to doctor visits and
Mhm.
dentists, and my youngest one was, he's allergic to everything in the world still to this day. Dogs, his allergies is ridiculous. So we have to get adenoids and tubes and
Wow.
ENT. Me and ENT are best friends still to this day because he was in my
Wow.
life so much.
Man,
So
Turan, after them grow big, you're supposed to get father of the century, man.
you know what? I was thinking about that this weekend too, but I think when I was younger, I wanted a pat on the back. But the older I get, it's not. This is what I had to do. This is really what I wanted because I never had a father,
Yeah.
so I
Right.
know what I had to do.
And
So
that's why
when I
when
was
I hear
younger, mentality wise, maybe yes, I wanted somebody to say, "Yo, Trey, you're doing a good job," because they won't even understand.
Yeah. I love that you said that. You know, when you were younger, you wanted a pat on the back for doing a good job because you were doing so much.
stepped up,
But it's and even as women, sometimes we feel that way too, because it's like we're breaking our necks to do so much, and we're bending over backwards like spaghetti, a wet noodle. We're bending so much. It's like, oh my gosh. And we also feel like we want a pat on the back, but then nobody feels sympathy for the mom because it's like, hey, listen, this is your
That's
job.
your job.
are you the mother? Yeah.
Yeah, it's your job. What, you want a pat on the back for doing your job as a mother, as a parent? And it's the same thing for the dads. So for everybody out there, you find yourself in that it is a tough situation. It's a
Situation. What?
situation.
No, it's not
It's
situation.
tough.
Situation. When it
Situation. It's tough,
it ain't
but
easy.
it's not easy. But what Turin was saying is you've got to buck up, do what you got to do because you are the parent already. And it's for the love of your children. They didn't
Yeah.
ask to be here. We brought them here. We brought them here and now they're here. You got to take care of them. And if there is one party that's not willing to do so, then the other party has to step up and say, okay, I'm going to take care
I
of
got this.
I got this. And I'm going to do everything in my power for the sake of these kids. But what I like that you said, Turin, is take the precautions, right? Take the necessary precautions when you're doing that, because you don't want, after you sitting there doing all this stuff, you don't want anybody coming in and messing with your situation and everything that you've done for these amazing kids. Then somebody's going to be stepping in now and stepping on you, with your children. No. So take the precautions, write down everything. If you can't afford a lawyer, like he says, document everything, keep all receipts, keep notes.
So, as everybody know on Let's Connect, I love me some tea. So, I gotta get out in your
Be
business.
nosy.
No, it's even fast.
Nosy.
I love the tea. I love all that.
Look at his face. He's like, oh,
oh
God.
Lord. Everybody want to know this, but I'm the one that's gonna ask the question.
Oh,
how is it dating?
Oh, I was waiting for that.
What's the question, Reese?
What was it like dating in the dating world, when they were younger, much younger? How did that go over, like
dating as a single dad? What is that like? Is that difficult? Is that easy? What are some of the challenges? Did it pose any challenges? Was it no big deal?
That was the worst. Raising the kids, I thought was hard until I look back at trying to date. That was the hardest thing. That was mentally, for me as a man, I had to say I quit. Because, remember, I go back to saying, they don't believe you in the first place. I had to learn, for example, when my kids were younger, I had to learn how boys get attached to women when they don't have that mother figure in their life. Okay? I don't think girls get attached to women so much. I have goddaughters, but if it was vice versa, I think the girls attached to the father or father figure if they didn't have one there. But the boys do the same. My oldest, which was 11 at the time, and my youngest, which is a baby for 5 years old, I had to keep all of them away from my kids. Because the first time I actually met somebody and I introduced my kids, and just like you were saying earlier in your conversation before I got on, I wanted to comment. You were saying, oh, I would have helped him and helped him do this and helped him do that. Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks. I had to keep them away. I had to keep them away because, for example, it went on for 3 months. My little one loved this one here now and so used to seeing this one here, and all of a sudden the relationship doesn't work.
Yes.
And then your child is sitting there, hurt. So I had to protect my kids from being hurt.
You are very protective of your kids.
I had to. So I didn't bring anybody home. After trying to date somebody for a little while, and some people came through, they had to realize, because I don't think they believe me either. Because a lot of women think, you don't bring them to their house, you don't want them to meet your kids, you're probably married, or you're probably, or something like that. I had women follow me home, try to make U-turns because I couldn't bring them home to say, here, my kids are here. I'm a single father, It was hard. I gave up. I said no more. Because I only can get to a certain point until they want to come home and meet my kids. And then that was a no-go for me if I wasn't even sure or certain. So then I had to be like, I'm sorry. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah. So that right there is one of the big, from what I'm hearing you say, is one of the biggest challenges, one of, not the, but one of the biggest challenges of being a single parent, and which is dating. Because for the sake of you protecting your kids, like you said, especially when they're younger, Reese, like you said, Reese and I were talking about that earlier. They're younger, so you introduce this person to them, they get attached, the relationship doesn't work. Now you have to somehow detach your children from this person. So now they're in this heartache and that pain all over again. And you have to figure it out. You're left to figure it out and sort it out for these innocent kids. So that's the challenge. So in order to compensate for that, now you're like, listen, I'm not going to bring anybody to home to meet my kids. Now the woman who you're trying to date is suspicious because they don't believe you. They think it's because you're married, why that you can't take them home. Oh, it's such a vicious cycle.
It's such a vicious. It's such a wickedness. Okay, it was no fun. It was the hardest thing. That was the worst thing out of this whole single father. I had to I met some cool people along the way, but that was probably the hardest thing. Yeah. For sure.
Wow.
Dating.
Oh
I'm just starting now. My son is in college. He did his second year of college for the last 2 years prior to starting a date, and then COVID hit.
Do you think dating is easier when the kids get older?
Yes, for sure. Hey, Mom, I'm on a Zoom, but Mom's like, who's that pretty girl? she's trying to. Mom said, who's that pretty girl?
Reese, say thank you. Say thank you, Reese. Look at the shy
let me get
smile
back to
on
the
her
question.
now.
I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought. I apologize.
Oh no, we were asking if it's easier now that the kids are older.
Yes, it's much easier now. Like I said, my son has his little girlfriend now. He's in high school, 9th grade. You should see my son now. He is 6'2".
Oh wow!
And he's 14 years old.
Oh, what's in the food these kids are eating?
I'm 6'1", so he's tall. No, he's just doing his ROTC, and he's been doing great in school right now. He's definitely putting in the efforts right now. So, but it's definitely easier now to date. Because now the one's in college. The other one's in college, and he just got his own little apartment up there, and it's definitely easier.
So how
now.
does it feel now? How does it feel now knowing that you can actually be in a full-fledged relationship?
And do you think they would object?
Yeah.
To somebody coming through the door now?
No, they can't say nothing to me now because No, I don't care what you guys do. It's my turn.
Exactly. That is time now.
He is real. He's like, I don't care what y'all do. I did
I did my time.
I put in my work.
Yes.
Now it's my turn.
Yes.
That's right. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I like that. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Of course he does.
I don't know about that, but I'm gonna try. Pray for me out there. It's so scary out there.
It's scary out there?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nice inside.
It's not, I haven't, I'm not a speech person to go out there and take a game to somebody or something like that. In the dating world now, I didn't have the opportunity to date and date people and go on weird dates. Most of them are just looking for a free meal, I feel. But
right.
It's kind of weird for me now. I'm not dating throughout that whole time and then trying to date now. I'm 40.
And you're still young. 40 is
That's
still
what I was
young.
gonna say.
Well, the thing is, Right. I have to stay away from the young ladies that want to have. They either want to have babies right now, or
I want to
in a
have
rush to
your
have
baby. I want to go
in a
have
rush to
fun
have
with
a
baby.
baby. They see, I'm about to be grandpa. I don't need no.
See,
I'm
that's
good.
so I'm so glad you mentioned that. Let's talk about that a little bit, right? So that's another issue and another challenge that as a single dad that you're faced with, because even though you're still young at age 40, you're still young, and a lot of people are starting, and you're a man, men are having babies at 55.
Yeah.
So you're still young. However, because of your experiences, what you've already done, you've raised two boys, and the oldest one is, how old is your oldest again?
20.
20. You have a 20-year-old. Okay, so like you said, you can be a grandpa because, heaven forbid, I'm not saying that you can be a grandpa right now, because I know you don't want that for your kid too.
No, okay, because I know when they're gonna come back, they're like, "Daddy, here." No.
Yeah. Can you take care of your grandbaby for me?
No.
You're
They
like,
live that
"No,
all over again.
I did my time."
You said
Not
once
doing
bitten, twice shy.
No, he already put in his work. Now
Oh,
he
I'm
just,
saying he said once bitten, twice shy. So he not
I
gonna
want
put
to
it.
travel
yeah.
the world, go to
He wants to
Dubai,
do
go to
things he never
Colombia.
had a chance to do. He wants to live.
Parents said no young girl around here.
That's right.
One of the questions should be, do you want children? If they say yep, you just know, don't even
Oh, yeah.
go there. Just nip it in. But
Oh yeah. I don't play with that. I think
exactly.
you already know that.
Turan is straight.
That's a
straight.
deal breaker.
I don't have no lies. I
He
can't.
don't have no
I don't
time to
play
be cutting
games.
around the bush. He just tell you everything and keep it moving. You either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because you know yourself and you know what you've been through already, and you know what you don't want to go through again. So that's another thing for in terms of your dating. Now, even though you're still young, and someone dating you might say, listen, maybe if it's a female, a lot of times women date older men, so the woman could be 30 or something, so, and she hasn't had kids yet, so now she wants to have kids, and you're like, no way, that's a deal breaker. What do you do if you really like this woman?
Yeah.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
I, like Reese said, I'm well prepared with the questions up front early. I don't wait. I've been in situations where they say, "Yeah, okay, I don't want that right now." No, we're not gonna play those games.
I hear you.
I am quite upfront, and I believe in honesty upfront, and that I've learned that upfront. This is me. This is where it's going, and this is what it is. There's no changing minds later on, or you know.
Hey, Papa, I think I want a baby.
Even
now.
if I win, even if I win $1 million, and then people will say, "Yeah, if I have $10 million, I'll have 3 more." No, no, I'm gonna
So
take
you
that money
better
on
find
top
yourself an older lady.
Which is what I've been attracted to.
There you go. So he's attracted to older women because he don't want no more kids.
by default.
Those eggs are scrambled. Those eggs are
they're non-existent.
non-existent.
That's hilarious. He is serious.
Hey.
But you know what? You at least know yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. You know yourself. You know you're done. So if you want to avoid the situation of having kids, then yeah, it makes sense. You're upfront about it.
You have to be, because a lot of them feel that they can change your mind. A lot of women feel that way, that they can change your mind. I try to be definitely upfront.
Definitely. So let me ask you something, Turan. I absolutely love your honesty. Seriously. Thank you.
How often do you hear that?
All the time.
Oh, he it straight up and for real. That's good. But so from your perspective, do single dads get lonely?
Very, very lonely. Who do we have to talk to? God and that thought in your head that you keep talking to. Really, unless you're going to a counselor or somebody, we don't have anybody to talk to. So yes, it gets very lonely, but I really kept myself occupied and busy with, fishing and sports things with my kids, karate class. Me being so busy kind of kept me from sitting in that hole of loneliness. I kept myself busy and the kids kept me busy. So,
Did you
but it does.
Did you meet any other fathers that was in the same situation like you?
A couple of my friends kind of were, but the moms were good moms. So they had, you have, 50-50 or, weekend stuff, you know what I mean? So they had help. I had help too. Not just saying I didn't have help. I had help too. But as far as with the mother, it was a bit different.
What? It's just nice to know that you really like get through the hard part and you still stuck it with them. And because I mean, some people are gone already. Some men would be.
So yeah, my dreads are falling out at this point.
Welcome to the life of a woman. Us women, that's what we go through. We go through it. Okay.
Yeah,
Gray hair.
Getting gray. It's getting all gray here and
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I used to
I wouldn't trade it in.
flowing natural hair. And then you have kids and all the stress and the drama, right, Reese?
Yep, I'm telling you. My youngest is 14 and this is at the last. I'm so glad, like I said,
You don't want one more?
No.
You sure?
Well, I have a grandson, so I think they're priming him for me, I think,
oh my goodness.
As far as me having I'd kill myself.
Oh. Wow, that's severe.
No, it's not severe. If y'all hear that, oh my God, Andrea, Reese committed suicide. Oh, yeah, she got pregnant.
I think I had a baby. Oh, stop it.
Oh no.
No, you could come drop him off.
All right.
Okay.
Heard it, people. I'll drop it off at the house.
Gosh.
I can't wait until Devontae is ready to move. He's ready to move on to them. It was 18. But mommy, me and Dimitri, we're gonna get a place together. And so I'm just counting down the calendars to 18.
That's a shame. That's a shame, girl. But I do get it.
Carol, you have one. I had 4. Tyrann had 2.
I can't.
And the one you have is a girl. I had 3 boys and a girl. So Lord know what he did when he gave me 3 boys. Because I would be committed already.
Yes, girl, I know.
Girl I have felt like the 3 boys.
Yeah, trust me. That one girl will make up for 3 boys.
Ooh.
I believe you.
Will. Okay.
Yes.
So my girlfriend has 3 boys too. She's got 3 boys, so she knows, and we talk about this all the time. And she's always saying, "Can we switch? I'll take your daughter." And I'm like,
the minute she says switch, mine would be right over there.
I'm like, you think it's easy? No.
Especially when them hormones kick in.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's why I said God knew what he was doing with me, because it was 2 boys and they were really good kids,
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, and we're females saying that when the hormones kick in.
We are something else. And I told my mom, I said, you made it seem so easy when you were raising us, but we were nothing like these kids now.
Yeah, it's very, like very different. But I wanted to circle back a little bit, Turan. So when we were talking about whether single dads get lonely and stuff, one of the things that I learned on allprodad.com is that actually loneliness, stress, and this is for everybody else who's experiencing this,
I
right?
know exactly what you're gonna say.
Yeah, loneliness, stress, and depression. These are some of the most common feelings that single parents are experiencing. But, and I'm just saying this so that single parents who are experiencing this know that you're not alone. Because a lot of times when we're in our depression state and our loneliness, we think that we're so alone and nobody else is experiencing it. But, just remember there are other people going through the same exact thing. So seek help. And Turan actually gave some great suggestions just now. So again, whip out your little notebooks and your pens and something and take a little note for this, okay? One of the suggestions is to make time for yourself to recharge and strengthen your mind. And we all have to do this, but as parents, it's even more important because we have kids depending on us to do this, So we have to make time to recharge, strengthen your mind. And I know, Taran, you mentioned, being busy with taking the kids here and there and stuff, but sometimes you have to make that time for yourself if you can. Like you have grandma who sometimes can help you out with them and stuff. And so that's wonderful. So maybe anybody else, if you have a little bit of help, if you can get an hour a day or an hour a week, whatever that is, take that opportunity maybe to plan something for yourself, just for you.
Have a
Okay.
glass
To
of
recharge.
wine. I drink wine to
Good.
recharge.
I know, but when you have little kids, you can't be drinking no wine, Reese.
Can't even drink wine. That's right. I couldn't.
I need to be
I
sharp.
couldn't drink exactly because my mind is I'm out there having a glass of wine and all of a sudden somebody called me, mom called me, something unhappened with the kids. I got to sober up to go rush home, go take emergency room. So I couldn't put myself even to have the glass of wine to try to woosah,
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed like the outdoors. So I made sure that, I went, to the beach. I go sit there, think, and I like to draw and just to,
There you go.
Just a break.
Anything you enjoy, like you said, some people may like to draw, they like art. Then you take that time, that's your time. Some people like to cook for themselves. Maybe you just want to make something nice to enjoy, make some brownies or something, and that's your time. Or read a book, or watch something, a nice program that you wanted to just relax. That's you, get away, go to the beach, like Taran just say. Think about what you enjoy doing and make some time for yourself. I know that and look this up for all of you guys who are listening, other single dads or even single moms who are listening. There are different programs in different towns depending on where you live. I know in my town they have this program. I think it happens maybe like once a month or something, first Saturday of the month or whatever, where you can drop the kids off, okay, to them for an hour. And then you get that hour. So it's not all night. So don't go out drinking in that one little hour. But even that 1 hour is so important. And they'll keep your kids, and it's not extremely expensive. And they'll keep the kids for like an hour or something to give you time. Maybe it's just you need that time to go shopping. I know it's very difficult to go shopping with kids. It's so hard, it's so challenging, and sometimes you don't want to deal with them. So maybe you need to go shopping and you just want to do that by yourself so you can think, and little Johnny or little, Susie or whatever is hiding underneath the clothing rack and you can't find the kids and all of this craziness.
Not at all.
So stressful. So take time for yourself, drop them off, and you get your little hour to go do you. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that I am so glad you came on, Turan, to enlighten our listeners. and give it firsthand, you know, what it was like or what it is like to be a single dad. And I'm so happy that you can now be free and do what you want to do and
Yes,
go where you want to go.
indeed.
Make up for all them times.
It's Corona now. Can't go nowhere.
I know, right? Right now, unfortunately,
Now when it's time for you to go, you can't go nowhere.
yeah, there's nothing.
But
You know,
still try find you can do
Oh
a little
yeah.
somehow.
Oh no. I'm definitely getting out there and enjoying these years. So.
Are you on the dating
I'm a
websites? Are you on the single dad dating website?
single who? No.
No
Like I
PO,
said, I can
no
never do those
POF,
things.
no
And
POF Black People Meet, no singledads.com or whatever.
no, never actually had the ability to do those things and take picture of yourself and put whole profile of this. You
You're
know
so
what it
old.
is?
You
If,
better get up with a
if God,
time or
if God,
slide it to the left or slide it to the right or whatever they say.
like swipe left,
no,
swipe
that's
right.
not me. No, not me,
You're
not me.
so old school.
There are a
I,
lot of
I think
dating
I have
apps
to.
right now
You're
that,
so old school. You need to get with the times, okay? This is
Those times
2022.
bypassed me because of I had the last 20 years is when those apps and stuff came out. So
Mhm.
they kind of. I have Facebook. See, it's it.
Or do it the old-fashioned way. Go to the grocery store or go to the bookstore or something.
If you can find a bookstore these days, most of those bookstores are closed down, honey. People don't read books anymore, unfortunately.
What
But
book?
what book? Who's reading a book? Better grab your Kindle Fire.
Kindle, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay. But I want to read a little list real quickly, Turn, if you don't mind. Okay. I don't want to keep you too long, but let me know if I know that not all of this would apply to you in your situation because everybody is different. But tell me if you agree, like 7 tips for dating a single dad. So we're talking about this right now, and I don't want to dissuade anybody. If you're in a relationship with a single dad, okay, and you really want to stick it out, I say go for it. So we're not trying to tell you that you should not be dating a single dad. We're just trying to show you the realities that the single dad is living. Okay. And it is not an easy life for him as a single dad. So that's what we're talking about. But just be prepared, for this. So one of the tips, right, for dating a single dad is number 1, be supportive.
Let me write it down.
Be supportive.
I agree.
Don't go in there like some sort of a hurricane, like you going in and you're going to take over. You're going to be the savior of the day.
Thank you, because I was just about to say that there's a difference between being supportive and being a superhero. Okay, just like they have that word that says for the men, Captain Saver. The women tend to want to do the same thing. We don't need saving, and that also pushes the man away. Maybe, like I said, that support, that additional backup to say, oh, I'm really busy right now. I can't really go pick up the kid. Would you like me to go pick him up? Or just not even that far to extent, but just not overbearingly saying that you think that this person needs help. We don't, and we will normally back away from that because we don't want no, as men, we like to do it about ourselves. Thank you for the help. But yes.
Right. So basically they should be listening to you, and that's a form of being supportive, because hearing what you actually need and not determining for themselves what your needs are,
Right.
So if you're going into this relationship, pay attention, be supportive. The other thing is, don't try to be the new mom. Look at him. For all of you guys who are listening on the radio, you didn't see the look on his face just now. So if you're on the radio, let me tell you, when we're done, Reese, how can they see the look on Turan's face?
You too. You know, so I'm gonna upload.
Oh, it is
I'm gonna,
recorded.
I'm gonna just find that particular, this particular.
Just that expression on his
snippet.
face.
That's a what? Yeah.
Mhm.
Sharon said,
That's true. I can't say anything else about that, but know
no
that
words
you
are
are
needed. But you said no
there for
caption
the
needed.
no caption needed.
No
You're
caption.
there for you're there for me, not
Them.
my kids. My kids are all right. Okay, you're here for me.
There you go. Because for you, it's actually kind of offensive.
It's very offensive.
Yeah. You swooping in like, oh, you're gonna be their new mom right now. No, no.
Do you know
No.
my last?
He
Can you know
got
my
this.
last? Wait, no. Can you know my last name first before you want to be the mom?
He got this.
Yeah.
You know, because that's undermining everything that he's done for his
Yeah.
children up until this point. So the other thing too is well, for some people, maybe not for this one is not for Turan, but know that the ex sometimes may still be involved. So that's something that you have to think about. In Turan's case, that's not the case, but in others, yeah, the ex might be involved, and that is a whole nother component.
And
that
the
you'll have
ex
to
will
deal
just
with.
make things worse.
That could be
Well,
challenging.
That's another
you
show.
don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know. That's another show, but you don't know that.
Sharon,
It
please.
could or could not be
I'm a woman,
challenging.
okay?
It depends.
Trust me. It depends on the female and what happened. Another show. Keep it moving, Carol.
Sounds like somebody got some feelings.
Yeah, right? The other one is to realize that he's more than a dad. And Turan, that's you. You're more than a dad because you are everything to these kids. Dad, mom, sister, auntie, brother, cousin. You're playing that role.
Have to.
Yeah. Protector, educator, everything. You're more than just a dad. You know, and like you said, some people think you're just a weekend dad when you say that.
Mhm.
The other thing is don't pressure a single dad to commit. That's a big deal. I didn't even realize that. Don't pressure the single dad to commit. That's a tip for dealing with dating a single dad. Don't pressure the single dad to commit. He might not be able to commit to you, especially because of the kids.
I
If the
agree.
lady want to commit to him, that means she's taking it in the fact that he has kids and she's gonna help him.
Go ahead, Turan. Let me let you deal with that. Go ahead, Turan. Let's sick you panar. Let me sick you panar.
I think we should maybe write these topics down for another day when you're actually having men on your show. I don't want to be the only one to say no, or it's really just my opinion. But no.
Trying to be nice about it. Nice to her. Why you being nice to her? Oh my
He's a
goodness.
nice guy.
No, but it's definitely the commitment part for the kids, and when what's love or whatever the case word may be, if you're there for each other, you're there for each other, and it will work itself out, I believe. But
So
don't expect
the
him
woman
to have to commit it. I'm sorry.
No, so the woman should wait until the dad is ready to commit and mention it to the woman. The woman should have
Well,
mentioned.
it depends on the actual commitment that we're talking about. And it depends on the case. It really depends on life. It depends on the children. It depends on, that actual setup in that household to say commit.
Yeah.
Because if the kids are going through, it's all about the kids. You know what I mean? Yes, we want girlfriend and we're lonely and blah, blah, the case may be. But it's really all about the kids and what's best for them, in my eyes.
Exactly.
So if that really commitment is going to affect my kids as much as even I would love it, and need somebody there or want somebody there, it's not suitable for the kids and their own personal routine within their household or their life. And
Yeah. Yep.
It depends.
Absolutely. You're so right. And the last point there, the last tip I want to give to women who might be contemplating or thinking about dating a single dad is, and this is now for the women, And listen to this good. Don't be unreasonable, but don't give your heart to a single dad too soon.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. Because
And
I'm
it's
going to
not
look out
that.
for the best interests of my kids, no
There
matter how much I like you.
there you go. You ladies, you heard it. He said it. He said what he said. He said what he said. He's gonna look out for his kids no matter how much he likes you. The kids come first.
You
So
heard that, people? So if you wanted to find out how to get in touch with Turan, this should have just changed your mind right here now.
I'm not coming back on your show.
he's like, I'm done. I'm done. Y'all messing me up right now. He's just ready to get his groove back. And we out here messing up
We out here
right
messing
now.
up, messing his game up, messing his game up.
I'm about to cut my hair. Get some contact lenses.
Oh my goodness, we out here messing up your flow right now, Duran. We are. Oh my goodness.
We sorry. We sorry.
No, but we have to be real.
Yes.
We have to be real. So we're keeping it real. And there are very big challenges. We talked about the challenges already, Reese. I'm so glad you mentioned it, like work-life balance. Some of the
Mhm.
challenges are taking care of yourself, for the dads.
Yes.
Another challenge is, and Turan, you talked about this, is discipline, because a lot of single fathers, sometimes they don't want to get on their children's bad side. So, they may not instill all that discipline in the kids. So that's a challenge for a lot of single dads. And I think you touched on that as well in how you deal with that and how you work with your mom to address certain issues as well and how to overcome that, right?
Communication is key.
Yes. So the last thing I want to mention with that though, Michelle had said, and I just want to tell you, she said she commends you for doing what you do, because she's also been a single mom, she said, since 2005. And she said, trust me, it's not easy. She had to end a 15-year relationship due to infidelity. So, and because she didn't want to be with him, he didn't want anything to do with the kids.
They divorce you and they divorce the kids. That's a whole different show.
Yeah, that exactly. That's a whole nother show. But
But
she
it's
was
right.
saying that she commends you because, and
Yeah.
all the women who are listening to our show right now, they can understand, they feel what you're going through. And that was the point of today's show. We want everybody to understand the challenges of a single dad.
That the woman not only go through it, but the guys do too.
Yeah, it's
Give the-
really
and give the
very
guys-
similar.
Give the guys that step up to be with their kids, to be in their kids' life, big them up. Give
Yeah.
them the props, because you have out there that wish they knew who their daddy was, or wish that their father was in their lives. So,
Yeah.
yep.
I know you don't have a daughter, but we had talked about raising daughters, and you actually also mentioned that thank goodness you don't have a daughter. But one of the questions that was posed is, can single dads raise daughters? And of course,
Yeah.
you're completely capable. So
And
for
guess what?
other dads out there who have daughters, it is going to be challenging. It's tough.
But guess what? The expectation of that girl, that daughter, when she grows up, is high, because her dad raised her and she knows exactly, you know what I'm saying? So the expectation on a girl's level is higher than most, than if she was raised by a mother, single mother.
When you say
I-
expectation, are
Like if
you
she's going out for a guy, she's gonna look for a guy that just like her dad. She wants, that's caring, that my dad did this is what I'm used to, and whatever.
so she's going to be comparing the guy, whoever she
Her
meets,
dad-
to her father.
dad. Yeah.
Well, definitely. I mean, even if there's a mom or a father in that person's life or not, I believe that, the dad should show that female how she should be treated.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, yes, I believe I could raise two girls all day. But the only difference is it's going to be 10 times harder, and I might not have my hair probably wouldn't be this long.
No ear, you'd have been bald.
You wouldn't have any hair. It would be bald. It would be gone.
But
It would
it is possible. It is definitely possible, right? You know, for sure that
At
you know,
the end,
I
it would be
know I
worth
could do
it,
it.
though, right?
yeah.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
he's like, I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far. But for all of you single dads out there who are raising daughters, kudos to you because it's not easy. But one of the tips is to don't underestimate the importance of inviting in a female mentor into your daughter's life. Okay,
Yeah.
especially if it's
Yeah.
a good role model. Invite that because it is important because there are so many, like Reese and I were talking about emotional aspects to women. Women are very, very emotional beings. We
Drama.
are. Yeah, and then then you've got the hormones and you've got this and there's so many things going through our minds and in our bodies as females that we sometimes, the dad, as hard as he tries, it would be a little challenging for him. He's going to do fine, but it will be challenging. So
Yeah.
do not hesitate. For all of you single dads raising girls, don't hesitate to invite in that good, capable female mentor into your daughter's lives. And sometimes it could be like we talked about with you, Turin, it's your mom. So it could be a grandmother, an aunt, other family members who can actually take on that role. But
Mhm.
find a good, reliable, respectable, trustworthy female, because they have to be trustworthy.
What did you just say? Could you repeat that again? I didn't hear you.
Yes, exactly. Because that's the thing, you don't want to hand over your child, whether it's male or female, to anybody who's going to, abuse that privilege.
Yes.
Right? So with that, I know I've talked your ear off. How do you feel?
It was good. Thank you. I was a little bit nervous at first, not gonna lie. And so I do appreciate it, and thank you for inviting me and having me share my experiences. I think I've always wanted to talk about the whole single father life.
It's like I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
You knew this. I've always wanted to talk about it, but I think I'm growing up now. That I was like really thinking about it. That it's okay.
And you know what?
Everything worked out for the best.
And you could help other people too. This is what we do on Let's Connect. We connect people.
Yeah.
We act
because
the fool,
your
but at the same
experience
time we connect people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
So,
your experience, that's why I said I'm so appreciative of your honesty, because instead of faking it and giving us some fake answers or some textbook answers, you're giving us real life experiences, what you went through, because someone else out there is going through the same thing and they need the information, the guidance that you gave, or they may end up in that situation. And like I said, this video is going to be available to people, and that's what we like to do on Let's Connect. We want to help people. We have a platform. We want to help people who are experiencing these issues that may think that they're alone. They don't know where to go to seek answers, or they don't want to go seek the help that they need. So you know what? You come on here, listen to the stuff that we talked about, and take note. And if you're doing one or just a couple of these things that we suggested, then you're on the right track and you keep going. You got this.
Thank you again, and thank you for having me. It was a blast.
thank you, Dee.
John. We enjoyed having you on. Hey, and we're gonna, if you don't mind us bothering you again in the future, if you would come back and chat with us. Because we got
It
more
would be
topics
my
that we
pleasure.
couldn't even go into today, right? Remember?
It'll be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
All righty.
Everybody, thank you for having me. Have a good night. My
You
phone
too.
just
All
about to die.
All righty.
Bye, guys.
Oh no. All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Easy.
Yes, so there you have it, guys. We firsthand Tiran. I can never pronounce his name right. But yes, that was awesome. That's why I was like, perfect show. I know the perfect person. And
Yes. Oh, I love the fact that he was so honest. He's so
that's him.
cool.
He don't play. Oh, he don't. He telling you he is straight up. You like it, and
Yeah.
he
He
is
is
not.
so cool because you know what? He just gave it to a straight note chaser. He said he started young. He's 40 years old and he has a 20-year-old son. Okay.
Mhm.
So they got pregnant at 18, had the child had the kid at 19. And then by the time the baby is a year and a half, no, that one was 7.
Right.
He's
So
taking care of, he's a single dad. So he was young. He was only in his early 20s as a single father. Okay, taking care of 2 children.
my
A
girl
1.5-year-old and a 7-year-old. That is rough.
my girl Charmaine said she's not on Facebook, but she texted me and she said it was a very interesting interview. So she wasn't able to comment, but she said it was interesting. Thank you,
Oh,
Charmaine.
thanks,
Charmaine,
Charmaine.
glad you were able to listen.
Yes, and we know that we have listeners all over the world, and you guys, you join us, you rock with us every Monday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We appreciate you listening in, and a lot of the times we know that you are not always able to comment. There are some people who are working.
Right.
Andre wanted to be on the show as well. Andre loves being here,
Yeah.
and Andre is another great male guest that we have, and he also is very honest with us whenever he comes on and very
Yes.
entertaining. He wanted to be here, but of course he's working. So we understand that, we respect that. This is, some people work at this time, or some people, they're home with their families, they're cooking, they're preparing dinner, they're doing that. We just ask that you pop the radio on in the background, check us out, okay, just like Charmaine just did. Pop the radio on or something, listen
And
to us,
if
send
you
us
want
a
to hear it
comment.
again, or if you want to see what you were missing, you can go on our Let's Connect YouTube channel and you'll see the episodes. All the episodes that we do online, it's on the YouTube. So you'll actually see our guests and who we're talking to. And that's the Let's Connect, Konnect on YouTube.
Yes, 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 yes. It's Let's Connect, Konnect, like Reese just said, on YouTube. Go on there. This full episode is going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you missed any part of it tonight, you were not able to sit with us and listen into everything, but you want to go back and take some notes with your notebook, like we're always saying.
No, or just listen.
Or just to listen to it.
Yeah,
You may
I do
not
that.
want to take notes or something. You just want to go back and listen to it and hear us cut up and
Act a fool.
I don't know about you, girl. I don't be acting no fool.
Whatever.
So
Whatever.
listen, we be acting a fool.
It's still early in the year. You'll get there. You have 11 months to go.
I got there last year, remember? Now I'm starting out the new year all brand new.
Oh, brand new. I don't have a lick of sense. But yes, it was us.
We know that you don't have a lick of sense. We know that.
I try, but it's just not in me.
You try, but you just can't keep it going, huh?
It worked for 5 minutes and then it's back.
That's all right, girl. I got you.
That's why you're there to balance me.
But seriously, guys, when we ask that you support us by doing a simple thing, if you're not able to support us in any other way, like our videos, share our videos, and please, 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 please subscribe. Okay? Please subscribe to our videos. That's how you can
especially for today, so you can see my 94-year-old granny dancing.
Oh, y'all don't want to miss that.
and
94-year-old
posing.
grandma. No, for me, what was most impressive was the exercising, the pinwheel bicycle,
Yes.
okay,
So if you
exercise that she was
go
doing on
over
the
to,
floor.
so for those who weren't able to see, please go over to YouTube later on
Yes,
and check my 94-year-old granny putting me to shame. That I'll be
yes.
starting to
And
do
when you go over to
something.
YouTube, please subscribe, okay? Please subscribe. And then once you subscribe, every time we upload a new episode, you'll get the notification that we have something new and you go check us out, okay? We have so many more episodes out there.
Yes, yes.
Out there. Lots more episodes
You have
on
episodes dealing with interracial dating, traveling the pandemic, postpartum, mental health in the Black community,
autism,
autism, you name it.
credit
We have it.
repair, just every
We
topic
talk
that
about
yes,
what men really want,
traveling.
what men
Traveling was
really
one
want
of
to
our
do.
biggest topics too. So many people are interested in that because people were trying to understand the travel restrictions and how that's working during the pandemic and what some of the concerns are. We talked about that. We talked about if you're starting a new business, if you're an entrepreneur, and you want to do copywriting and patenting, getting a patent done for your business. We had the amazing, what was the gentleman?
John Risby.
Yes.
He's
And
actually
guys,
featured in Forbes this, I think it was last month.
really, it was in Forbes.
Not Forbes is another. I have to get that
We
that
know it.
magazine.
You've seen him on NBC, ABC. He's been on all the big major networks. Very well known. Okay, and he actually came to our show. So we're doing all right. We're doing something right.
We're doing our little thing.
Okay, we're doing our little thing.
Wait. Don't forget Shelly Ann that got
I wasn't gonna forget her. Talk about her, girl.
Shelly Ann, who is an upcoming artist was in the Shy. Actress. She's in 2 Tyler Perry movies. She actually flew out today to do her Tyler Perry show. She did the Shy last month. Yes. And we got her when she was young.
She's a part of the Shy. What is that on?
Shy.
Showtime?
Showtime. Yes. So we got her when she is not recognizable. So
but she is arcing upward. She's on her upward ascent, okay, to being a big time actress. She's in several of Tyler Perry movies. She's right now on set filming with Tyler Perry as we speak today. Okay, yes. She was amazing. She came on the show. She saved her interview, first interview she did with us. Okay.
That she sure did.
And we're so happy. We absolutely loved her. Excuse me. We loved her personality. She got it going on. She was also honest with us. I mean, you guys need to go check that out and support her. And when her movies come out, go watch The Shy. She's on that right now.
No, I don't. No. I don't think The Shy is on yet. She was just filming. She was shooting for Shy. I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying The Shy is already. It's not a brand new movie, so it's on Showtime. Her parts are. She filmed recently because she's in several of the episodes now, upcoming episodes. But it's already a show that's running. Yes. Because I know several people who watched The Shy.
That's my show. That's my show right there.
Yeah. So her name is Shelly Rickman.
Yes.
Okay, so check her out, everybody, and support her. And she interviewed with us. She's a girl. That's right. She supported us.
I told her that when she comes back, she needs to do a follow-up interview to let us know how it actually went.
She's about to take the acting world by storm because she'll be on The Shy. You'll see her in Baps movie. You'll see her in Tyler Perry movies. And you remember the movie Baps with Halle Berry? Yes. She talked about that. She's filming for that. So she's doing a lot right now, everybody. Look out for her. And like I said, we're proud of it. We're going to own it. She interviewed with us. Her first interview, she did it with us. And she wanted to do that for us to support her.
And that made Carol's day.
That made my day. That's right.
If you're out there and you have anything that you want to put your business out there, or you want to just come on and maybe you went through a situation that we're talking about and you want to be a guest, to share your point, please hit us up. Let us know. We welcome you and your comments. If there's a topic that you want us to talk about, let us know. Give us some suggestions. You know
Hi, Sandra.
what you want to hear.
Our girl Sandra just joined us.
Hey, Sandra. Yes. So if there's something you want to hear,
Sandra said, how many shows have we done so far? We've done a lot.
I gotta go on YouTube and figure and see how many shows we did.
Yeah, we've got to go back and double check how many shows. But we started this show in September of 2020. And we're on every week. So September of 2020. Yes, girl. So we've been on now for a little over a year.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting better. We're getting there.
Every week we're on. So we've done a lot of shows, and we are so absolutely proud. Sandra was also a guest on our show because Sandra is a human resource guru, and she is the head of the entire North America region for her company. So she came on the show with us when we talked about human resource issues and finding a job during the pandemic. What are the issues that companies are concerned with? And what are the issues that you as a potential job seeker, an applicant, should be concerned about and look for? And she came on and she gave us so many amazing tips of what we should be doing, because she is an expert in her industry. And like I said, she manages the entire North America for her organization. So yes, our topics have been so diverse. We had a topic with where we had the nurses come on. We had like 3 or 4 nurses. You remember we talked about stress?
Yes, grief.
And grief. Grief was one of our biggest topics, everybody. Go back and watch that topic. Miss Lorna was amazing, a grief counselor, beautiful soul. And she talked us through, and we had people just stripped it down and bared their soul to talk to us on the show. So go back and look at our grief episode. The one I just mentioned, I forgot, I kind of went past it so quickly. But yeah, we have so many topics that we covered on this show. So there's something for everybody. There's a topic of whatever your concerns are. So, but to that, what I want to say is, if you have a topic that you'd like us to cover that we have not touched on, please send us your topics. Okay, get on our Facebook page, shoot us a comment. Okay, we read our messages. Okay, we read the messages, we stay on top of everything. Get on our IG page, okay, Instagram at Let's Connect with a K, or on YouTube. Okay, comment on any one of our videos. Put it in the comments to us. We check our comments everywhere, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram. So send us your comments, send us your suggestions for topics that you want to hear. If we haven't covered the topic as yet, let us know. And we'll be happy to do so and bring you the guests who will talk about it for you. Okay?
Yep. All right. So it's now 8:36. Yes. So at this point, we are all tapped out, aren't we?
What did Sandra say? Sandra said, Reese, read it. She wrote you.
What did I do now? I didn't do it. What I did now? Let me see if I can see them.
She said, Reese, can't wait to have some fun shows. Would be great to know how someone can get into comedy during this pandemic. And then she says, dancers, comedy. Sandra, you trying to get into comedy? You're switching over from human resources to comedy. You want to do a stand-up?
I know, right?
Wait a minute. When did you become a comedian?
We don't have one show. Listen, Sandra, if you don't know not one thing is always going to be fun on Let's Connect. We can't leave it up to Carol.
Oh, no.
This would be a straight up serious 100. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I don't do comedy. I love to laugh, but I don't do the comedy. I'm not funny at all.
Yeah, you is when you want to be.
I'm not funny at all. I'll laugh. I love to laugh because when
Yeah,
when
especially
I when I find a funny joke, oh geez, I can't stop laughing.
especially when it's at my expense, right?
Yes.
Let's say,
You make me laugh. I have
especially
to,
when
yeah,
I'm
you
acting
make
a
me
fool.
laugh.
Uh-huh. It's all good. That's my purpose, to be the fool.
At least you know it, girl. Listen,
Listen,
that's the first step is
is
acceptance.
acceptance, right?
Know thyself.
I am not gonna let anybody say it. I said it. My mouth.
Oh, she's right. She says, yeah, we all need laughs these days. We have to laugh, right?
Yes, man. With
Yeah,
what's
we
going
have to
on now?
because especially right now in this pandemic and with the COVID, things are so serious and so stressful. We're under a lot of stress, and a lot of anxiety. People are depressed. So laughter is great for the soul. And if you can find somewhere you can get some good fun, which is one of the things we try to provide for you here on the Let's Connect show as well. Some good wholesome fun.
Yeah,
We try to mix it up.
we try. I try my hardest for it to be family friendly,
Yeah. You try your
friendly.
hardest for it to be family friendly.
Friendly. It is hard sometimes,
Yeah,
but
girl, I know it's a challenge for
when
you.
I
It's
look
a
at Carol's face,
challenge.
I know. Don't
Really? I be trying to hide it sometimes, like,
can't hide it. You have me under. You have me under. I don't know what to call you. You like a drill master. Like I'm scared of you. I'm
whatever,
scared.
girl. Don't even try. You're so silly. Whatever.
I'm telling
Nah, I'm
you,
not that
I'm
bad.
gonna start saluting you when I see you.
Now you throwing me under the bus.
But
But
yeah, it's um I love the show. I love our people, and we just want more people to come on so we can just, share that energy with them.
yeah. Yes, we want to share our energy with you guys. Like Sandra said,
And we
laughter
want
is
you
great.
they need to start calling in. We want our people to call in or come
Yes,
on, we want that interaction. So that's what we're working on this year, for
yes.
our people to call in or coming through Zoom and just,
Yeah.
we
Or
want a studio
more
audience.
comments on the we love our amazing friends here. Sandra, Michelle,
Yeah.
Sharon was with us today. Sometimes
Charmaine.
Yvonne is on, Charmaine. We
Yes.
love our amazing friends who stick it out with us and they join us because they help us with the interaction with the guests. So we love you all for that. But we want more of you guys to come on and
Share our information, share it with everyone so they
yeah.
can join us.
And whenever you guys see our live coming on, just share it. Share it to your page. Share it to your friends. That's the way of supporting what we're doing. If you're not going to give us any money, then support us by sharing the link. It's 2 seconds, people.
All right. So, what can I say? We had a good show today. It was jam packed with information, and what 20 minutes till 9. Gonna play a little music and
Oh, before we go, I saw that you want to talk about the e-girl Friday work bar. I
oh
think you had a painting.
we actually had arts and craft. I started now every weekend we have the kids coming in. The kids can be dropped off where they come in and do arts and craft, painting, whatever they drawings, whatever. And then that went, I had 2 little ones on Saturday. So that was cute, they enjoyed themselves. And then Sunday, we had a vision board brunch, which my friend Charmaine was in attendance. It was very nice. Bounce ideas off of each other. It was just really a moment. Females, just nice, good, healthy conversation. It was just good. So
That's
I'm
great.
liking, I'm into the vision board thing,
Yeah,
as you know. So yeah, it went well. We had fun. And that's what, I said the work bar every weekend for kids. If you're in the South Florida area, Um, they can come in between 1 and 6 on Saturdays and Sundays, and you can drop them off $30, and it includes lunch and their supplies. You can't beat that.
Right.
Cannot beat that price. So if you're ever in the area, give me a call 954-809-4931, and come check us out. Check us out. And we also do sip and paint for adults too. So I do it all. As Turan said, you have to have 5 jobs, right?
That's right. You gotta have five, excuse me. Gotta have 5 jobs. That's
Yes.
right. So you do it and you do it well.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yep. And I want to remind everybody again that I had kind of stopped talking about it a little bit, but this year I'm getting back on it a lot about my voiceover. So for those of you who do not know, I am a voiceover artist and the founder of Lights Action Voiceover. So if you're looking for a voiceover artist for your business, reach out to me. If you'd like to hear what I sound like, you can check out Lights Action Voiceover on Instagram, Lights Action Voiceover on Facebook, Lights Action Voiceover on YouTube. There are samples there. Lights Action Voiceover on LinkedIn. So there's so many places you can go check out samples of my voiceover, and reach out to me if you need some voiceover for your business. And a lot of people don't really know what voiceover is. And that's just really using voice, putting voice to a video to tell a story about your product, about your clothing, about your shoes, about whatever food that you've developed, whatever business that you have going on. So when you turn on your radio and you hear a commercial on the radio, you're not seeing the person on the radio, but you are hearing, them talk about whatever the product is. That's voiceover. Okay. There's voiceover in animation. When you watch your favorite animation videos or something, and you hear a voice and you see it with the animated pictures, that's a person like me in the back doing the voiceover. Okay. You have different types of narration. You have e-learning. You have something simple that I used to talk about a lot in 2021 is voicemail. A lot of entrepreneurs, small businesses do not have a professional voicemail. And it is so important when somebody calls your business because it says who you are. And if you're looking for a certain type of clientele, you want to have a professional voicemail. Okay, when somebody calls you. I mean, these days, not everybody uses voicemail and all that stuff. But if you have a business and you still have your voicemail, you can actually use the voicemail, not just to collect mail, but to actually sell your business. Okay, so when somebody calls you, they're hearing what your business is all about. And that could be your voicemail system. It's a professional voicemail. Radio commercials, TV commercials, audiobooks. There's so many people, independent authors right now who are publishing their own books, etc. You may want to have an audiobook because so many people today are not actually picking up a physical book to read, but they're listening to the books on, like we said before, it could be on their Kindle Fire, whatever device they have. They're listening on the way to work, on the way home. They can listen to your book instead, and you're selling that. But if you don't have an audiobook and you only have a physical book, that's one revenue stream that you're missing out on as an author. You can reach out to me for audiobooks. I have samples out on Lights Action Voiceover on YouTube. Go out there, check it out, reach out to me. Lights Action Voiceover. Okay? And that's it for today, peeps.
Yes, so I hope you enjoyed the show today, and join us next week, same time, same place, and we're just gonna end out with some music. And as I said, hopefully you will connect with us next week. Is that connect with us next week?
Yes, let's connect next week again. Next week, Monday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on myturnradio.com. Or you can do it. Check us out. Let's connect on our Facebook Live. But we definitely want you to support the radio station that supports us. Okay?
All right.
We love you. See you next week.
See you next week.